We're in Colossians 4, and one of the key people here is John Mark, who I call the restored servant. Paul says, "My fellow prisoner Aristarchus sends you his greetings, as does Mark, the cousin of Barnabas. You have received instructions about him. If he comes to you again, welcome him." That's a powerful phrase. So Mark, or John Mark, had once deserted Paul and Barnabas on a missionary journey. If you read Acts 13:13, Paul refused to take him again, which really caused this split between Paul and Barnabas in Acts 15. You can read about that. So John Mark, he dishonored himself in some way by bailing out in Pamphylia on Paul's first missionary journey. And so the Bible says he headed back to Jerusalem. That's Acts 13:13. So maybe he was just not happy about the instruction Paul was giving, or the fact that Paul was kind of leading Barnabas, or he was tired of being in foreign places, didn't like the cooking, or maybe he was a little unnerved by Paul's intensity or the powerful exchange between elements. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't sign up for all this warfare. But whatever reason, Paul vetoes Barnabas' plan to bring the kid on the second trip. And so what was done was done. We don't know exactly what happened, but in Colossians we find him at Paul's side again and being commended to other people in Colossians chapter 4. So Paul says, years later, now, welcome him. So in that reality, we see that Mark had been restored. And later Paul would say, get Mark and bring him with you because he is helpful to me in my ministry in 2 Timothy 4. So grace doesn't just save sinners, it can restore failures. And so my question for you today is, who have you written off because they once failed you? God's grace writes comeback stories. Maybe somebody is in your life is a Mark waiting to be